Well, I'd like to thank our fans again, our parents, students, recruits that came to the game. It was an awesome environment. And I think the new lights, what the game ops staff did, elevating the environment even further with the light show. I thought it was great for the fans. It's obviously adds entertainment. It was fun for our players. The guys raved about it after the game. I think, Carter Finley Stadium is a special place. It's one of the best college football environments in the country. And on top of that, I think, our field crew, the way our turf is right now and the paint and everything they're doing, it's an incredible place. So a lot of kudos to everybody that made that happen, and look forward to seeing another version of that this week with another night game at home. Just talking about the game itself, I'm proud of our team and our staff, how we played, how hard we played. I thought there was a lot of very visible strain, elite effort. Guys played really hard, and we played a lot of guys, rotated several people in and out of the game. Starting on offense, the positives, really felt like our run game was a big part of the time of possession in that game. That was a good defensive line. Those guys are very experienced players, are big. I think their defensive end, number 19, is a draft pick. I think that guy's really talented. Their linebackers played hard. Their DBs were long. So they made it tough on us, and we were able to run the ball effectively. Our tailbacks were physical and for the most part did what they could do to help us, and that the receivers improved away from the ball, away from the point of attack, Our time of possession in the second half was big. We had the ball for 19 minutes. From a negative standpoint, we're shooting ourselves in the foot too much on offense, whether it's penalties pre-snap or some technique things within the play where we can avoid a penalty or just a bonehead mistake, a lineman downfield. That shouldn't happen. We had a turnover that was a costly error on Demi, crossing the goal line and not finishing through the goal line with the ball. Definitely a teachable moment for him, and one that I know he's learned a lot from and did a great job bouncing back and making a play for us. But, I think overall you're still seeing some young players, some inexperienced players at times that just need to make the routine plays and execute at a little bit higher level. If you get the touchdown that Demi had, if we don't have the lineman downfield on Devin Leary's touchdown catch, that's 14 more points, and we're feeling pretty darn good about the result of that game, scoring in the 40s. So, it's just little things like that in this game that can really taint how you feel. But similar to our first game, I think we leave that one, offensively speaking, with a lot to improve, left a lot of plays on the field, and get to do it with a win. On defense, I thought that was our best performance this year. The 3 takeaways, Aiden White's touchdown, 2 interceptions, a sack. He had an outstanding game. Jakeem Harris had a nice interception. I thought in the box, we performed well. We were disruptive. D-line strained. I thought Savion had a really good game up front. And guys ran to the football. Josh and Corey were more disruptive at the nose. CJ Clark had 2 sacks and got involved in the pass rush areas. I thought the linebackers played downhill and fit the run well. Tanner probably had his best game since last season, really tackled well. And so he's improved a lot as the season's gone on. We had the disruption up front that you would hope to have when we're plus 10. We call them bombs, but plays in their backfield, tackles for loss and sacks. And we got pressure on the quarterback, sacked him 4 times and forced him to throw some poor balls. Again, we were able to sustain or stay on our line of scrimmage and not, get into the hard count part of football. I think we've played 3 games now where the offense has attempted to get our D-line and our linebackers off sides, and the guys did a good job being disciplined. I thought we limited explosive plays against an offense that's known for creating them until the last drive where we really played a prevent defense. We kept the ball in front of us and didn't allow them to get behind us most of the night. On the negative side, defensively, Travale lost contain on a pressure that would have been a sack for Tanner, and just young player, similar to what you see on offense sometimes. Those guys have to make mistakes to get better, unfortunately. One I hope he learns from. I do feel like we got tired in the one drive. There was this area of the game there in the second quarter where we were out there for a long number of plays, and then we scored a touchdown at the end of that drive with Aiden, and so we had to go right back out there again. And then after that drive, we went 3 and out on offense, and then went right back out there again, and we got tired playing a lot of snaps there in one quarter. So, that's something we've got to rotate more, which is difficult at times against the no huddle team that isn't subbing all the time. But that's an area that we can help ourselves. Special teams, I thought Chris Dunn continues to be elite in what he's doing. He's hitting the ball well. His op time's great. He's very confident right now. The muff punt fumble recovery by Joe Shimko. I was happy for him to see him battle and fight under that pile and come up with the ball. Shane improved his hang time, averaged over 4 seconds, 4.16, which was a goal of his this week. And I thought the special teams created some very advantageous field position for us in this football game. And so kudos to those guys. Excited to play another home game. Expect a raucous crowd, and that's the standard. It's about celebrating Wolfpack football. It's about cheering on our players and cheering on our staff, and celebrating that you're a part of such a great university. I know at times it gets into who we're playing, and to me, it's not about that. It should be about the young men that play for your university and how hard they work and the pride you have for your university. And we have the nation's 5th longest home winning streak. And I'd like to make sure I emphasize the word we. The fans are a huge part of that. You are. I mean, this doesn't happen in places that have 25,000 people show up. It happens in places that sell out, and that get loud as hell. And so you're helping make our program better when you do that. And it helps recruiting. It helps our players. It helps our coaches. So just want to thank you and continue to emphasize the importance of that. We're playing a UConn team that has a veteran defense. They do have a long bunch of D linemen. Their linebackers are experienced guys. They're all 6'2", 220 or more. Coach Mora is a veteran, proven coach at the NFL level and the college level, and he's building a program. And you can see that he's doing it the right way. They've played some really good competition. They're well coached. You see him playing with fundamentals and technique, and you can see their scheme and what he's trying to do. They're young on offense. Their quarterback transfer from Penn State got injured, and they're playing a young guy, but he's from St. Thomas Aquinas in Florida, Devon Betty's high school, and he's a winner, as a 3-time state champion as a quarterback. And I know they'll build a team around him. They have very good skill players. You can see some explosive plays. There's a lot of quick screens and plays on the perimeter to get those guys the ball. For us, I think this is a great opportunity to get better. We've really emphasized weekly improvement with our roster individually and collectively, and identified areas with each player for them to focus on. And we'll continue to do that, and look forward to another opportunity to go compete. So with that, I'll open it up.